You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for September 22nd through October 3rd. Kane is cutting ties and Jill returns to Genoa City. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. On Monday, September 22nd, Daniel fills in Tessa about his meeting with Mariah and that she asked Daniel to look after Tessa and Aria while Mariah is gone to Boston. And Daniel says it sounded to him like Mariah may not come back. And Tessa tells him Mariah confessed to trying to kill some old dude. Daniel wants to know if it's self-defense. Billy is yelling at Kane on Monday about how Phyllis and Michael are still on the team, but Billy was cut. And Phyllis hurls some insults, and then Kane says Billy is too emotional, and he proves it by storming out. So on Kane's orders, Michael follows and tries to sway Billy to stop this temper fit and just focus on Sally and what's good in his life, but of course he won't. And Billy says that Kane's going to find out what's coming because he made an enemy out of Billy. He takes off and Tracy shows up, and Michael and Tracy discuss Kane's return and the fact that Billy is spiraling. Tessa tells Daniel that she thinks Ian Ward's return set Mariah off, and the way that she described what happened with the old guy did not seem like self-defense to her. It seemed like an attack. And obviously Tessa loves Mariah and she wants to get to the bottom of this. And so Tessa tells Daniel she's going to go find answers. And Daniel says he wants to help, so he will join her. We have Phyllis telling Kane that it was a smart move to get rid of Billy. And then she gets really excited when Kane asks her out to dinner. He does want to know if she and Michael made up. They seem flirty, but that may just be Kane being Kane, but Phyllis seems to be swooning a little bit. They head over to Society and run into Michael and Tracy, and then Michael leaves and Kane follows him out to ask if he handled the Billy problem. Tracy is quite shocked to learn that Kane is Dumas. They were very close before he left 6 years ago. There was a little bit of a flirtmance thing going on, if you don't remember. So Jack tells Tracy that Kane has changed a lot. And Jack also tells Tracy that Billy is back to risk-taking and that he's actually planning to join forces with Kane, and says that Billy is turning his back on everybody and he's out of control. So later while talking, Tracy and Phyllis rehash the whole Martin ordeal. They talk about how they both still have nightmares about it. Tracy and Phyllis are doing some bonding. They also talk about the book that Tracy's writing about it. And then Kane's there. He has a nice chat with Tracy, but Phyllis doesn't like it because Kane and Tracy once had an attraction, and it looks like Phyllis wants him all to herself. Billy runs over to the Abbott mansion to see Jack and Diane and says he wants to make a deal. And Billy asks Jack to help him take down Kane and says he needs to be stopped because of this AI program, or he's going to take over every company and everybody. On Tuesday, September 23rd on Young and the Restless, we've got Sally telling Audra that things have crashed and burned with Abbott.com. Billy blew everything up before it ever got off the ground. So Sally and Audra ponder their next moves. They need jobs. They need something. Claire gets an invitation that she finds intriguing. Holden asks Claire to go to LA with him. He's got to go off there, and Holden needs to sell some real estate and stuff like that for Kane. And then he's going to pack up all his stuff, and he is completely relocating to Genoa City. So, Claire might actually consider going. Kyle will not like that, though. And Victoria gives Kyle some advice on Tuesday, and I'm sure it's the same advice he's gotten before. Back off and let Claire breathe before she walks away from you for good. Wednesday, September 24th, Lauren gets very firm with Michael. Lauren is no fool. She knows that Michael is fibbing and hiding something from her. She's very worried he's gone back to Victor. And I do wonder how much Michael will tell her, like, oh no, I'm not working for Victor. I'm working for Kane and spying for Victor. None of it sounds good. Jack and Diane try to rein Billy in. They may want him to slow up on his Kane revenge plot. We also have Kyle talking to his dad, Jack, and he's looking very annoyed. So he's probably talking about Claire and this trip to LA she's considering. And Audra is in Kyle's face pushing his buttons on Wednesday. Then on Thursday, September 25th, we've got Victor coming to tell Kane that he has an offer he can't refuse, and he wants to know, is he in or out? Kane tells Victor he'll think about it, but Victor says, if you don't agree before I walk off the train, the deal is over. And of course, he wants access. He wants Kane to use his AI to take down Jabot. I don't think Kane's going to do it. Jack has an ace up his sleeve. He's got some kind of secret weapon. And we know Jess Walton is back as Jill. So I just wonder if it is Jack who brings Jill back to town to deal with her fake son, Kane, and her real son, Billy, and get them both to stop being such a problem for Jack and everybody else. Billy is pressing on Sally, and she's forced to make a hard choice late next week, and it may be that she's just done with him. On Friday, September 26, Victor considers a truce with Jack, and Nikki gets some shocking news. If they do make a truce, that would obviously shock her. Then again, it could be Claire telling her she's going to LA with Holden. And Kane cuts off one of his allies. So he's already gotten rid of Billy. Who is next? You know, maybe it's Michael. Maybe he realizes that he is spying. The week of September 29th through October 3rd, we've got Kane making a big decision. He's got to deal with Victor's deal, with Billy looking for revenge, and with Jill coming back to town. Victor and Jack may play nice, but we'll see how long that would last. I don't think very long. Sally has to move forward with her life. She needs a job. She needs a man she can rely on. And Billy has messed up in both departments, so they may be done. We'll see. Kyle fears the worst. If Claire takes Holden up on his offer to go to LA, Kyle may assume that he has lost Claire. And if he assumes that, Audra might actually get her claws back into him. Michael has to deal with Lauren's wrath and suspicions. She is not very happy at all. We'll have more wedding planning because Christine and Danny's wedding is in October. Jill returns to clean up the mess that her sons have made of Genoa City. And we also have Phyllis trying to get Kane to warm up to her. Tamara Braun and Roger Howarth are debuting in their new Y&R roles in October. We don't have their air dates yet, but we have seen an air date for another new cast member, Matt Cohen, who's playing a cop in LA. And by the way, all three of them were big characters on General Hospital. Tamara Braun actually played two characters.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.